Good evening, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Terry Marino.
All right. Mr. Marino, please tell me, when I say quality, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Not shabby. That meets or exceeds your expectations.
All right. If you were the owner of a company or had your own business or organization, what would you deem as quality for that organization?
Like I said, that exceeds the expectations of our customers in service and products, if it's a product-based business, and the products we provide, and also in our dealings with the customers, our customer service, customer relations, that the customer always feels that we exceed their expectations.
All right. Would you say that quality would be a priority or an important aspect of any organization?
I think it should be the number one priority, for any organization.
Thank you, sir.
Like quality. Go! All right, there you go.
You what?
I like quality, yeah.
Well, good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay. Please state your name.
Angela McCrae.
Hello, Ms. McCrae. How are you today? I'll be very brief. I won't keep you very long. I'd like to ask you a couple of quick questions about quality. Please tell me, when I say quality, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Excellence.
All right, that's a very good answer. Now let me ask you this. If you were the CEO or you managed or say you ran your own company, what would you deem as quality for your organization?
I would deem excellence in customer satisfaction as quality.
All right, how would you go about making sure of that?
I would survey the customers.
All right.
Run surveys and ask questions.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then. It seems like you think pretty highly of quality. How important do you feel quality is or should be to any successful organization?
I think it should be job one, the number one job.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Excuse me, sir.
Well, hello there, sir. How may I help you today?
Could you state your name, please?
My name is Christopher Blackman.
Okay, Mr. Blackman, could you tell me a little something about quality?
Well, sir, I'm actually glad you asked me that question because as a matter of fact, I have quite a bit to tell you about quality. Actually, I'm going to tell you about a few quality methods. And let me show you what they are. We have this nice handy board right here. And amazingly, there's some information. All righty. So I'd like to tell you about the 5 major quality methods. Now, there are several others out there, and several companies use different ones. But these are probably the 5 major quality methods that are recognized in the industry and also acknowledged as being successful, based and depending upon the industry that you're in. The first one is capability, maturity, model integration, also known as the acronym CMMI. The second one is control objectives for information and related technology. The acronym is QAVid or QAVid. The third one is IT infrastructure library. That's also known as ITIL, and some people may pronounce that in their own way. The fourth one is a very popular one, which is actually derived from by Motorola many years ago, and it's known as Six Sigma, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And there is also number 5, one of my favorites, and this is the ISO 9000, and this is a global standardization in the IT industry. So I'd like to take each one of them and just talk a little bit about them, kind of tell you the strengths and weaknesses of each of them, mainly what they are, and just kind of give an overview of what we think will work for you, depending on what's out there. All right, are you ready to hear that, sir?
Well, please.
All righty. Well, the first one is capability, maturity, model integration. Specifically, what that is the CMMI extends and combines the capability maturity model for software, systems engineering capability model, and the Integrated Product Development Capability Maturity Model, which is SWCMM. That's a collection of the best practices for software development and maintenance. It allows companies to assess their practices and compare them to those of other companies. And it's always good to have a direct contrast reference and comparison. The SW-CMM measures process maturity, which progresses through 5 levels. Level 1, initial. Level 2, managed. Level 3, defined. Level 4, predictable. And level 5, optimizing. Now this is a very good quality method, and I'll tell you some of the strengths of this method. It's very detailed. It's geared specifically to software development organizations. Focuses on continuous improvement, not just on maintaining a certification. And this can be used also for self-assessment and self-evaluation. Although those are all the positives of it, there are some limitations as well. It doesn't address IT operations issues such as security, change and configuration management, capacity planning, troubleshooting, and help desk functions. You know, and help desk is really almost an essential piece to any IT organization out there. Set goals, but doesn't say really how to meet them. And that's, you know, if you want specific defined goals, you know, you might want to consider a different method. But, you know, overall, that's just one option that you have. You know, so I would like to go on to number 2, the control objectives for information and related technology. Okay, would you like to hear about that one too, sir?
Sure would.
All right. This is an audit-oriented set of guidelines for IT processes, practices, and controls, geared to risk reduction, focusing on integrity, reliability, and security. It addresses 4 domains: planning and organization, acquisition and implementation, delivery and support, and monitoring. It has 6 maturity levels, very similar to CMM's. Now, the strengths of this particular quality method is this: good checklist for IT. Enables IT to address risks not explicitly addressed by other frameworks and to pass audits. It can work well with other quality frameworks, especially ITIL. But even though that's a very strong capability of this method, there are some limitations. Says what to do, but doesn't clearly tell you how to do it. It also doesn't really deal directly with software development or IT services. It doesn't provide that roadmap for continuous process improvement that so many companies may specifically need to have set out for them. How are you doing? Stop. You said what now? You got me in the film?